This is Getting the Sale, Part 1. Hello, Mr. Murphy. I would like you to hold this. We use this as a tool for all of our sales operations. We wanted to focus on the main ideas, what we want to do. See, how are you doing today?
Just wonderful.
Just wonderful? Alright, great. I'm going to get right to the point. So we have a thing that we call Silly Putty tickets. Remember Silly Putty? You could shape it, stretch it, mold it. Well, we can shape and mold our tickets to your specific needs to help you increase your sales. For instance, how many local salespeople do you have?
4 local salespeople.
And how many key accounts does each person have?
Around 2 to 3.
Around 2 to 3. And then what would you say is the size of an important account?
On average, probably $25,000.
Okay, awesome. How important is new business to your salespeople?
Very important.
Yeah, you always want to get new business,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. Do you have a strict plan that is designed to get new business every month?
I do not.
Really? Interesting. This is part 2, the pitch. It's always tough to get salespeople to focus on new business. By using our Silly Putty tickets, you can get them to focus on new business and you can keep track. For example, the first step is to have each salesperson identify in writing to you which new prospects are key to them. That wouldn't be too difficult to do, would it?
I don't think so, no.
No. Most of my clients have told me the key to building business from new prospects is for the salesperson to develop a good relationship with them. Usually through constant contact. A lot of times to build that relationship, salespeople will use the out-of-the-office activity like golf or lunches, stuff like that. Some of my clients have told me their problem with golf is that some people just may not be good golfers, and it's almost more embarrassing to play than not, and it's pretty expensive. And when was the last time you had a memorable chicken sandwich at lunch? However, by using our Silly Putty tickets, you can get them to build these relationships and focus on new business. And you can keep track. Here's how it works. The salesperson calls a prospect who has been working on for a little while. He says, "How about joining me for the Kangaroos game next week? I've got the president's seats." Wow. This is not a situation of the salesperson just giving away the seats. It's the salesperson inviting the prospect to go with him. Now, the salesperson has the chance to do some real out-of-the-office bonding. Remember, he wants to develop a relationship through constant contact. Giving the tickets away doesn't help build that relationship. How effective do you think 2 to 3 hours at one of our kangaroo games would be for building a relationship?
I don't know.
You're not sure?
Not sure.
Other companies thought that too. But look at one of my clients who enjoyed success with our tickets. Now, what could be even better when taking a prospect to a game is if you, as the president, or maybe your sales manager, could go also. Would you be willing to do that occasionally for the right account?
Yeah.
Would it be asking too much of your salespeople to spend just one evening a month with a key prospect at one of our games?
I don't think that's too much to ask.
Our season is about 6 months along, and if each one of our games, each salesperson would bring 6 new prospects a season. Of those 6 prospects, how many do you think would end up as customers?
I don't know. Hopefully at least 1.
Yeah, if we have a minimum of 1 per each salesperson, just converted 1 prospect to become a new customer, that would be $25,000 since that's a key account. And since you have 4 of your member on your sales team, that's about $100,000 in new profit. Now, do you see how I arrived at this number?
I see.
Yes. We've been talking about new business. We might also consider your existing clients. After all, your competitor may be out there trying to build the same relationships with your clients. Would it be asking too much to have your salespeople also spend just one evening with an existing client as well as one evening with a prospect?
Sure, yeah.
To give each salesperson 1 game a month to take out a prospect, you would need 4 games a month. Does that make sense to you? Need a similar amount of games per month for your salespeople to take existing clients out to the games. You would also need 4 games per month. You need a total of 8 games per month to do with multiple clients per each person. Now, let's talk about what type of ticket package would work best for you. Based on what you've told me, here's what I would suggest that you do. Our best seating area is the club level. With these seats, here's what you get. You get free food, beer, best seats in the house for the games, catering, everything. Basically, you're living life to the fullest at a baseball game. Now, does that sound appealing to you?
Sounds delightful.
This is part 3, the close. The cost to have a planned, controlled, new for each one of your salespeople to just take one key prospect once a month and one current client a month, you would need 10 games per month or 60 games for the season. The return on investment is substantial. If each salesperson brought in only one new place of new business because of this focus on new business, your sales would increase to 125,000 to 125,000, 25,000 times 5. So because you need 60 games, I recommend 4 full season tickets for you. The cost for that will be $14,000. How happy do you think you'd be with those results by giving this plan a try? That decision would be worth at least $125,000 in new business, and you maybe up to $250,000 in the next month. I can get this order in today and reserve you some prime seats. Would you like to prefer the account in your name or the company name?
I'll have to talk with my sales associates, so I'll get back to you on that.
When would you talk to your salespeople about this?
Probably at a group meeting or something.
Jim, you said earlier that it wouldn't be too much to ask of your salespeople to spend one night a month out with a key prospect, right?
It's true.
And you said you thought Big City Kangaroo games were a good place to develop relationships, and there was a potential of many new key prospects in growth in new business, right?
That's correct.
Then with all due respect to your salespeople, why let them even vote on it? Why let them vote on $125,000 of new revenue for your company? If you think this will work and you think that they can spend just one evening a month out with a prospect and generate $125,000 to $250,000 in new business, what is there to vote on? What if they voted no? I had a client last year who was concerned about whether his salespeople would use the tickets. Here's how well it worked for him. Why don't we do this? Let's sign you up today, and we'll use our opt-out clause. Here's how it works. You're meeting with your salespeople at a specific business meeting within the next week, right? Well, I'll write down next Monday's date at the top of the agreement. You have until that date to opt out. If you decide this isn't for you, this way you can get better seat locations, but if your staff really fights you on this, by next Monday, just call me up and cancel the order. Can I reserve those seats today?
Yes.